going to be a really exciting day because I'm taking all the engine parts for the blue Hellcat Magnums built for 26. So that means once this engine's done, I'll finally be able to put 1,500 all-wheel horsepower to the ground, which is going to be insane. And the closest machine shop to me is like 2.5 hours away that can do proper work. They say they specialize in Gen 3 HEMIs. What we're taking up is the Dart 426 block, and this is going to be a complete monster. And then we have the Manley crank, and then I have the diamond pistons, best pistons if you're going to build an engine, and the boost lined rods. So let's head up there. It's going to be quite a drive. Hopefully it doesn't snow on the way back. It says it's supposed to be like a foot of snow tonight. Oh, maybe this isn't the place. We went to the wrong place. Oh, it's right here. Hopefully this place is good. I'm already having my doubts. All right. Let's get in here, figure this out. Oh, knob.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to get a cart.
I'll probably need a cart for the block.
Is that an aluminum block?
No, it's iron. Yeah. So just dropped everything off for the 426. Oh, hopefully in a few weeks we have everything machined. Well, Colorado things, the roads are complete garbage, but they're worried about the curbs. I don't know how you guys that work in cities or commute do this stuff twice a day. I barely can do it once a day. I can't believe people do this every day. This is just, it makes me so angry. Like, why aren't they just driving? Keep hitting their brakes for no reason. We haven't even been by any accidents or police in an hour. It's been an hour of this. 20 miles an hour. I think I've gone maybe 10 miles in an hour. So I just finally got home. You could see behind me the windows. It is dark outside. I left at 9 o'clock this morning, and it took me, it is almost 7. It's almost 12 hours to drive up to Denver and then drive back, which only used to be like an hour and a half drive. Almost 12 hours now because all the traffic and accidents and people looking at accidents across on the other side of the highway, people just slowing down for no apparent reason at all. I can't believe it. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, it should have only taken me until noon. I should have been home. Maybe noon, maybe 1, something like that. But the great thing is now I have an intake. Oh yeah, it's not an AFE. Just don't mind that. The best intake that you can buy for a Hellcat. is the factory red-eye intake. So this works perfect because it's going to work with the hood. The guy that I bought it from actually had it on his red-eye, and that's why it's in an AFE box, because he put an AFE intake on his red-eye, and then he said he made like 1100 or something with a bunch of mods, but he said his IATs definitely went up after he swapped them. So great thing about this is now I could finally get rid of this thing right here. And I really like this. These things are nice because if you want a quiet Hellcat, these are great. But if you want a good sounding Hellcat and you want to hear the supercharger and you want all the air to be stuffed into the intake and nice cold air to go into it from the hood, from down here, and from the grills, you want the red-eye intake. The only bad thing about the red-eye intake, I'm gonna have to say, is if you go with the bigger, I think the 3.8, and I think is there a 3.8? There's a 3.8 Whipple, and I think there's a 4.8 Whipple. I don't think you could use the factory red-eye intake because this hose doesn't connect to, I think it's like 120 mil throttle body or something like that. And then on the, I'm not sure if it's a 4.0 or 4.8. On the bigger Whipples, they come over like this and they have their own intake, which I also really don't like how that goes. And then I'm gonna have to find the little piece that used to go here. It's this right here. And then I'll be able to swap it over. All they did was they heated that up and pulled it off. Nice. Oh man, there's all kinds of tire up here. All right. Ho, ho, ho. This is sick. I feel like that's like melted. I have to put a different one of these on here. All right, so that looks so much better compared to that one over there. That one is a lot quieter, and it was really easy to swap them because for the time being, since it is a Magnum front, it doesn't have the provisions to put the extra snorkel on the front. But once I go to the 300C front, I'll be able to put that on there. And it makes it quite a bit harder because you have to pull the front bumper off to actually get that out of there, and then you can pull the intake. So you can still change the filter and clean it with everything together. You just have to pull this tube, and there's all the screws back here that you have to get to. I was going to clean this filter, but until I get a hood on it, it really doesn't make sense. So let's fire her up, and she's gonna sound way better. Talking about, you can actually hear it. that supercharger noise. Hell yeah. I looked around and I knew I had one of these laying around in the shop. That's why I really don't like to throw stuff away. We have a good hose and a good solenoid right here for that red eye intake that the guy accidentally kind of melted the hose. So this one, as you can see, it's not kinked right there. And the good thing about that is then it fits into the air box. That little clip holds this, and then everything looks really clean. The new hose and the solenoid all bolted in like factory. As you can see, this goes to this little clip right here. And before it was too melted, it was more over here. So now everything works properly. I don't even know how I got that little fitting out of the old red eye intake on my blue Hellcat Magnum. But what I ended up doing was just heating this up with a lighter and then being very careful to get it to come off of this other fitting, which is right here. And the first one I really didn't care about, but I don't know how I got that out of there. But this way it made it so I didn't end up doing anything with this. So now everything is like it would be from the factory, which is nice because now we have a red eye intake and we can just come in here fire up. Just sucking the air in now. You can actually hear the supercharger. Listen to that thing sucking. Now this is hooked up, so you don't have to worry about any of that. Looks like factory. Pretty sick. Let her warm up for a little bit and how much better this is gonna sound. Oh yeah. That intake, I love these red eye intakes. You can just hear that supercharger. Oh yeah. Now that I have taken all the engine parts for the blue Hellcat Magnums 426 to the machine shop, in a few weeks, hopefully less than a month, we have all our machine parts and I could get the engine back together so I can get it ready to put in the blue Hellcat Magnum, which means I need to buy a larger supercharger and a bunch of other stuff so she can put down that 1500 all-wheel horsepower. Another thing, I was able to actually pick up a cheap red eye intake for the red Hellcat Magnum, which really made me happy because I have been wanting one for this car. I really don't like aftermarket intakes on Hellcats. The factory ones work so much better than the aftermarket ones, and now she sounds good. Everything's hooked up. I also can't wait to get a smaller pulley on the red Hellcat Magnum, as well as I can't wait to get the whole car painted and put the other front end on it and a bunch of other cool stuff that's going to be happening with this red Hellcat Magnum. I'm just really excited. I need to put spacers on it, a smaller pulley. AED is going to be sending me the catch can. I already have the tensioner, and I'm finally getting the rear lower control arms for the red Hellcat Magnum, which is also awesome. So I'm gonna end the video here. If you like these videos, make sure to click that subscribe button, throw a thumbs up, share it with a friend if you have not. Also, if you're a new subscriber, I guess there's a hype button somewhere. If you hit the hype button, it helps out the channel and helps out the video. I guess it like pushes it or something. But as always, see you guys next time.